Mars Console Gamer. Yes, Cyberpunk 2077 fans. Update 2.3 lands July 17th on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. The update will also be hitting Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition on Nintendo Switch 2 at a later date, so stay tuned. Experience Night City in a whole new way. This patch introduces 4 new vehicles, the AutoDrive feature, self-driving Delamain cabs, and more. It also contains updates for CrystalCoat and Photo Mode, as well as support for AMD FSR 3.1 frame generation, Intel XeSS 2.0, and HDR10 Plus gaming on PC, among others. Update 2.3 also brings Cyberpunk 2077 to a whole new platform, Mac with Apple Silicon. The game can be purchased via the Mac App Store and other PC storefronts. If you already own the game via GOG.com, Steam, or the Epic Games Store, you can play it on your compatible device. To find out whether your Mac can run Cyberpunk 2077, please check the official requirements. Here are all the official 2.3 patch notes for July 17. Vehicles. Added 4 new vehicles, including several side jobs tied to acquiring them. The Yaiba ARV Q340 Semimaru. This is a reward from a new side job to unlock Complete the Hunt and the Beast in Me. An additional side job unlocks the CrystalCoat feature for it. Rayfield Caliburn Mordred. This also is a reward from a new side job to unlock Complete the Beast in Me, Badlands, the Beast in Me Santo Domingo Transmission, and Search and Destroy. The Yaiba ASMR 250 Muramasa. Another reward from a new side job to unlock Purchase 1 Yaiba vehicle, purchase at least 3 vehicles through AutoFixer, and complete reported crime you play with fire. If you fail the side job, the vehicle can later be purchased through AutoFixer. The Chevillon Legatus 450 Aquila is also available for purchase on AutoFixer. Introducing AutoDrive. This cutting-edge autonomous driving feature will take you to your chosen destination, as in job objective or placed pin on the map. If you have no set destination, it will take you on a leisurely ride through the streets of Night City. Simply hop in any of your vehicles, make sure you're on a road, and hold H, PC, or left stick for consoles to activate. This feature is disabled when you enter combat or when your vehicle is heavily damaged. Implemented cinematic camera for AutoDrive. Hold Q or D-pad right on consoles to activate. Sit back and enjoy cinematic views of Night City as you cruise toward your destination. Self-driving Delamain cabs are now available on demand. Simply open the menu to call vehicles, then select Delamain Cab from the list to request a ride. This feature unlocks after completing the job Don't Lose Your Mind, regardless of outcome, and receiving a message from Delamain. Rayfield's CrystalCoat is now available for vehicles from partner brands, including motorcycles. Additionally, the infamous hacker known as Cosmetic Troll exploited a vulnerability and created a cracked version of Rayfield's CrystalCoat technology for lower-end vehicles. Please note, however, that some models do not support the technology, such as heavily modded Nomad vehicles and job-related vehicles. Fixed an issue where unique color schemes did not work properly on the Mizutani Shion MZ1 and MZ2. Fixed an issue where unique color scheme could not be applied properly to the Villefort Delion Vindicator. Photo Mode. Added 27 new NPCs that can be spawned in Photo Mode, including Rita Wheeler, the Castle Twins, Fixers, Dum Dum, the Iguana, Brendan, and more. You can now switch between alternative outfits for NPCs spawned in Photo Mode. You can now also switch between V's saved wardrobe outfits in Photo Mode. Added a confirmation pop-up when exiting Photo Mode to prevent accidental exits after setting up the perfect shot. Added more customization options to the Look at Camera feature, including an option for only the character's eyes to turn toward the camera instead of their entire body. We also added improvements to lighting. Added multiple new stickers and frames, including iconic quotes and stylish overlays that let you turn your screenshots into Night City postcards. This is perfect for sharing memories from the City of Dreams. Improved depth of field and moved it to the Camera tab. Added a new color balance tab allowing you to create your own custom filters. Also added a new Time and Weather tab. Quality of life and accessibility. The game will now detect if the player is using inverted mouse button settings and automatically adjusts in-game button prompts accordingly. Added an option to toggle aiming down sights in settings controls. Jobs in open world. Cyber Psycho sighting. Bloody ritual. The Crack the Ritualist's shard objective now properly disappears from the journal after completing the objective. Sex on Wheels now properly appears in the journal after receiving the message from Jake Tthis. Shot by both sides. Fixed an issue where selecting a specific dialogue option in the conversation with Bree created a nameless, iconless item in the player's inventory. Also fixed an issue where the button to go to the lower level didn't appear on the elevator panel. Gameplay. Fixed an issue where, when using a controller in Trauma Drama, the controllable character would default to shooting upwards instead of forward. Players can now drop more cyberware capacity shards if some within the intended drop limit were previously missed. Fixed an issue causing automatic weapons to fire slower than intended. Fixed an issue where the official Barghest tac vest didn't drop from the scripted airdrop as intended. The level 60 engineer perk no longer activates the EMP blast outside of combat or after entering a vehicle. Added an option to replay the gameplay tutorial at any time via settings controls. Miscellaneous. Added an option to tell Johnny to go away after you look at him for a short while when he appears in the passenger seat. He takes the hint and disappears as a passenger for a couple days. Fixed an issue where the sound of V's radio port could be randomly interrupted by the radio ports of nearby NPCs. Fixed an issue where History by Gazelle Twin and Trash Generation played too loudly compared to other songs on the radio. Improved the HDR settings screen. Fixed the HDR calibration preview so it correctly reflects the chosen settings, and clarified the description of the tone mapping midpoint setting. Updated the end-user license agreement. You will be asked to accept it again when you load the game after updating. Fix several visual issues with missing, clipping, or floating textures. Fix several localization issues in various languages. PC specific. Added support for AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4 for compatible AMD GPUs. Important. The FSR 4 option will not be available in the in-game settings until the supporting AMD driver is installed. Please note that the driver will be released at a later date. Added support for AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution Frame Generation 3.1 for compatible hardware. It can now be used in combination with any upscaler. Added support for Intel XeSS 2.0 with XeSS frame generation available on compatible hardware. Added support for HDR10 Plus gaming certified Intel GPUs. To enable this feature, your display must support the technology Find My Display and have game mode enabled. The HDR10 Plus gaming toggle can be found in Settings in the Video tab. Fixed an issue where the DLSS Super Resolution preset would invisibly revert from the CNN model to the Transformer model after restarting the game, even though the UI still displayed the CNN model as active. Added more detailed information to the DLSS Super Resolution preset tooltip in Settings to help players choose the best option for their setup. Added the ability to move the mouse cursor to a different display while in windowed borderless mode. Increase the maximum save size from 12 to 15 megabytes. It will now be possible to rebind the key used to jump out of vehicles with the Stunt Jock perk. Console specific. Added VRR, variable refresh rate support for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS. Fixed an issue where foliage was not properly affected by weather conditions on PlayStation 5. That's it for this 2.3 update. Have fun playing Cyberpunk 2077. Thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for more updates on games, gameplay of new and older releases, console hardware, and various art.